Hi everybody, this is Mr. Powell here with a brief introductory segment on why we study American geography during our European history rotation. The answer comes down to the fact that next year we're going to study American history. And in order to prepare for that, it is useful for students to become acquainted with the general outline of American geography. American history unfolding, obviously, in this setting. So it's important for students to be able to reference the events that are occurring in relation to some context of geographical knowledge. In relation to that, there is another important reason why we study it this year as a part of European history, and, as you'll see, next year as well as a part of American history. And that is that the learning of geographical place names is by its nature a rote exercise. And rote memorization consists of repeatedly being exposed to information so that finally it sinks in. And so in order to provide students with that repeated exposure, what I do with the geography curriculum is it rotates on a 2-year cycle as opposed to on a 3-year cycle with the history. That gives students an extra exposure to the material as they go through that 3-year cycle. They're exposed to the geography more frequently, and that assists in their memorization. And then, of course, there's the connection between the geography and the history. So hopefully as they proceed through, then they start to make connections between the place names that they learn in geography and the events, and that assists them in their understanding and their retention of all of those things. But basically we operate on a 2-year rotation in the geography in order to assist in the acquisition and the retention of knowledge of geographical place names. Okay, so there you have it, a brief introduction to why we do American geography in European history.